going on, y'all? I said I would make this video to do some mac and cheese, just show people how I do it. I kind of got started a little bit. Alright, I got the butter in the pan melting. I'm doing this recipe like I'm quadrupling my recipe. So I'll post my recipe with the video so you can see what it's like, not quadruple, but typically if you're just making one batch, you would start off with a stick of butter, and I just put it in the pan over medium heat, and you know, let it kind of melt a little slow. While that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the water in the pot and get that boiling for the pasta. All right, y'all, I got the water in the pot. You know, I just got the burner cranked up to high. I'm gonna let it come up to a boil, and then I'll add my salt, and then I'll add my pasta after the salt is dissolved. All right, see the butter's melted. So then I'm gonna gradually add the flour. You do a 1/3 cup of flour for every 1/4 cup of butter. So just go ahead and mix this in. You know, make sure it all gets incorporated. I'm gonna just go ahead and mix in and stir the rest, and then I'll show you what it looks like, you know, once it's all mixed together. All right, so here's what it looks like once you incorporate all the flour and butter. You're basically just making a light roux. You know, you can see the consistency of it thickening up a little bit, but we're not gonna cook this too long. You really don't want it too dark. You know, like a gumbo. You know, just a nice light colored roux. But you do wanna, you wanna let that flour cook for a second, so you don't get that real pasty consistency. Here's your butter and flour incorporated, guys, nice and thick. Now is when we're gonna go ahead and add the milk. It's 1.5 cups, you know, per recipe. So I'm gonna add 6 cups into this. And then it's gonna be hard to do on camera, but really what you want to do is, see if I can squeeze it in here. Just, you know, just kind of add just a little bit at a time. That way you can keep it all nice and creamy. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue adding the milk and stir it as we go along, and then I'll be back in a few. All right, we got the milk all mixed in, and you can see it's you know, it's all nice and mixed. I'm gonna just keep it, you know, I'm gonna keep stirring it a little bit. I turned the heat up from medium up to about you know, a little medium high, you know, just to kind of get it warmed through, and then it'll help cook a little quicker, and then it'll get thick. And that's all you really want to do, is just cook it until it starts getting nice and thick. All right, so we got the water come to a boil. Here's where I add the salt. I really don't measure it. You know, I just go by old boy Mario Batali. You know, he said he wants it, when you're cooking your pasta, you want your water salty like the sea. So I put in about that. However much that is, that's about how much I put. So I'm gonna let the salt dissolve, and I'm gonna add my pasta, and then I still got the milk, the butter, and the flour cooking down. You see it's coming together a little bit. It's starting to get a little thick. I'm gonna let that go just a little bit longer, and then we'll start adding cheese to it. All right, y'all, I'm back again. We got just dropped the pasta right there, so we got that boiling down. Just giving it a quick stir, make sure it don't stick to itself or the pot. And then we got our little, you know, our butter, flour, and milk. They call this a bechamel. So you can see how it's all nice and thick. So then that's when we go ahead and start adding our little Velveeta. So normally you would put about 8 ounces, you know, if you were just making a single recipe. And since I'm quadrupling it, I should say, sometimes words give me trouble, but I'm putting 2 pounds worth in there. So I'll get this in there, and get it melted down. We'll get the pasta cooked, and then I'll be back. All right, so back to the cheese sauce. Here's I don't know if I call it my secret ingredient, but here's really, I think, what brings it all together is that heavy whipping cream. I usually add about 8 ounces, and I just normally I add it a little bit slower, but yeah, you do what you can, especially trying to hold a phone and record. So I'm gonna just stir this through till it gets all the way mixed in, and then we'll show y'all what that looks like in a minute. We got the pasta strained and poured into this aluminum pan here. I got the heavy cream all incorporated in my cheese sauce. So here's what people think it might be a little odd. Instead of adding the shredded cheese right here to the cheese sauce, I just go ahead and I pour it on my noodles like this right here. I pour it on there while they're still hot. You really just dump it in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stir that in and let the the residual heat from the noodles start to melt down them thick slices right quick. All right, y'all, I got my cheese sauce poured over top of all the noodles, and just gonna go ahead and slowly stir this, get it mixed all in. You kind of see I put the seasonings on top. I skipped a step. I usually mix that in with the cheese sauce while it's still in the pan, but I guess I got a little scatterbrain and skip that part. I really don't measure that stuff either. I just kind of sprinkle it on top and then mix it in and take a little taste as I go, and just till I'm happy with it. But I didn't add a whole lot of extra seasoning, because this batch right here is actually gonna get some brisket mixed in. I got some brisket and some pork butts in the smoker outside. That's gonna get chopped up, and the pulled pork will get added to some barbecue beans. I'll do another video on that later on. And then I'm gonna chop up the brisket, and I'm gonna throw some of that in here with it for some brisket mac and cheese. It was becoming a real popular dish, especially when people are throwing parties and get-togethers and things like that. I get quite a few requests for it. So basically, this is it right here. I mean, this is pretty much done, ready to go. You can put it in the oven and bake it for a while if you like. Let the cheese get all bubbly. Sometimes if I'm not adding brisket to it, I'll go ahead and just take the whole pan just like this, and I'll throw it in the smoke or let it get a little smoky. Do the smoked mac and cheese. You have it. I just put it in there till it gets a nice little brown golden color on top from the smoke. But basically that's it. I'll go ahead and post my recipe with it. And nothing's set in stone. There's really no real rules to this. Just whatever you like. Go ahead and add it. If you don't like it, don't put it in there. It's just have fun with it. It's up to you. However you decide to do it, at the end of the day, if you like it and your family likes it, your friends like it, that's all that really matters. If anybody else got anything to say about it, well, I'm sure you got some words for them. I know I would. But hope y'all enjoyed the video. Now, tune back in for more later.